Hey everyone, welcome back to theater. Today we are talking about sound again because this week we are doing sound design 101. All right, so we are going to talk about some natural sounds and sounds that are created with instruments, okay? Either one can be used when you are producing sound in theater. One time when I actually was a soundboard operator for a few plays, and it's nerve-wracking because you have to look at the script. That's one important thing. If you are operating sound, and that means you are the one who is hitting play or hitting the sound cue right when it's supposed to be. For example, I had a sound cue that was of a crow. Okay, and this one, it was very specific. I had to hit it right after a certain line that the actor had, because his next line after hearing the crow was, "Did you hear that?" That's his line. So imagine if I didn't play it, if I didn't hit that sound cue of the crow. He probably would have still said the line, but it would not have made sense to the audience. Even though, yes, they are in a theater, they're obviously not outside, but that's not your goal. Your goal as an actor, as a director, as a soundboard operator, is to make sure that you are giving them a real life experience, that you are sucking them in to the play, that you are having them emotionally invest in the characters and the storyline so that they have a good experience when they're watching the play. So, as a soundboard operator, talking from experience, it can be nerve wracking. Now, I've never designed sound, but being the soundboard operator was a little bit nerve wracking because as I said, I didn't have that many sound cues to hit, but the sound cues that I had to hit were super important. They were very important. They came right after certain lines of the actor. And I always have that story of the stage manager who's the one that calls the cues, who gets you ready, who says, so what they say is sound cue 5, stand by. And that means you have to be ready to hit the go, because when she says go, you have to hit that sound cue so that it goes with the story. So she says, I was waiting for her. I mean, I think this was like probably night 3 of the play or night 4. I'm not sure. Oh, no, no, I'm sorry. I take it back. It was closing night. It was the last night of the play. And the stage manager, she was talking and talking because you have headsets on. You have headsets so you can hear when the stage manager calls your cues. Okay. That's the one that gets you ready. So I'm waiting for her to give me the go to stand by. I'm sorry, to stand by for the sound cue. And it was the crow sound. And she was like not doing it. She was talking and talking to her friend, the assistant director. I'm sorry, the assistant stage manager. And she's talking and talking, and I noticed that she's not calling the cue. So I'm following the script because everybody has a script, especially if you're the soundboard operator. You need the script and you need to be following along. Doesn't matter if it's night 1 or night 10 or night 50. You have to follow along because things like what I'm going to say now happen. So I'm following along and I'm noticing that it's getting really close to that sound cue. And she's not saying anything. She's just like talking and talking to her friend and, laughing and laughing. And she's not saying one thing. And I'm like, you're specifically told do not do anything unless the stage manager says to do it. Like, you are told not to do it. You will get in trouble. You will get yelled at by the director, by the stage manager, if you do a cue without them saying stand by and go. But I'm freaking out at this point because it's getting closer and closer to the sound cue, and she's not saying anything. She's just talking and talking away, not even paying attention. And I'm just like, ugh, I'm getting really irritated. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to get in trouble for missing the sound cue. I know how important it was to the play, how important it was to this particular scene. So I'm like, forget it. I don't care if I get in trouble, whatever. Who cares? And because I'm like, if I don't do it, if I don't do the sound, the director's going to come and ask me, and this girl's not going to say anything. So she ain't going to like say, oh, it was me. I was talking. No, she's scared of the director. So, but anyways, so I'm waiting and waiting. I'm like, forget it. It's getting close. And so right after he says the line, because that's when I'm supposed to hit the sound for that particular scene, I hit it, boop, and it goes. And all of a sudden, I hear the stage manager on the headset go, "Oh my gosh!" She goes, "I totally forgot about that sound cue. Oh my gosh, thank you, Audra. Thank you, thank you, thank you." Because she knows that she's gonna get in trouble. If I don't hit that sound cue, they're gonna know it's on her because she's the one calling the cues. But then I'm gonna get in trouble because they're gonna say, "Well, this is closing night. You should already know that the sound goes right after that." So in that instance, I had to make an executive decision. That means I had to just make the decision to just do it. And nobody said anything. The director didn't notice, the actors didn't notice, because it was closing night and I already knew what to do by that point. So little story for you guys of a sound operator. So when in doubt, just hit go. All right, so we're talking about sound versus music, right? We're just going to stay on this today. So normally, sound is reality and music is something different, right? So the crow sound, they got a real sound of a crow. You know, I don't know how you can manufacture a crow unless you have an actor saying it or doing the sound. But they got a real sound of the crow, and that would be natural, a normal, like reality sound, okay? Now, music, this thing right here that says music is something different would be something like Jaws, because when Jaws is coming up, it goes dun 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 dun. It goes like that. Well, not that dumb, but anyways, not like how I did it. It's a little bit more suspenseful than that. That would be music, okay? That would be putting sounds together to create a certain suspenseful, creepy sound for this shark scene, right? It's meant to scare, it's meant to be creepy. So they have to put something suspenseful. They can't put anything like la 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 like that. They have to do something like da da because they want the audience to be scared. They want them to be on the edge of their seats. Okay. So think about what kind of sounds could you do that could make it reality. Okay. It could be animal sounds. You can record a sound of an animal, record a sound of a dog barking, record the sound of a cow doing moo. That could be reality sounds, or just going out there and recording nature, hearing the birds and the birds chirping. Okay, that could be recording reality, sounds that are real to make it more reality. And if you want to produce something more suspenseful, then that's when music comes in and the instruments come in, or whatever you use to produce music. Okay, so I hope you guys found my little story enjoyable, and I hope that you guys will want to be soundboard operators or try it one day in school or in college if you are going to be a theater major. All right, well, I will see you guys later.